Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric, and today in our Monsters of the Multiverse, we are talking Githzerai. Okay, so where before people were picking Githyanki, not a bunch, but when they were going for very generally specific reasons. And then Githzerai, I feel like not a lot of people ever played. You had advantage on Charmed and Frightened, and you had a one-time use of Shield, and then a couple other things, but there wasn't a lot to Githzerai, and that is not the case anymore. I think Githzerai now is super great. I think it's going to be a very, very high option on a lot of kind of min-max character builds, and we'll talk about that when we get into the spells that we get here. But Githzerai is I think has easily overtaken Githyanki as the superior Gith spell. So, okay, here's Githzerai lore. Githzerai migrated to the ever-changing chaos of Limbo after the ancient schism that split their ancestors from their cousins, Githyanki. Limbo is a roiling maelstrom of matter and energy collapsing and reforming without purpose or direction until a creature exerts deliberate will to stabilize it. Through their potent psionic power, Githzerai carved a home for themselves amid the chaos. As the ages passed, Githzerai explorers ranged out to other planes and worlds of the multiverse. Githzerai are generally slender, with speckled skins in shades of yellow, green, or brown. Eons of cultivating their mental powers within the endless chaos of Limbo have imbued Githzerai with the ability to shape psionic energy to protect themselves and probe minds. Cool idea. Still generic enough to squeeze in anywhere. That fits the book. All right, our basic trait template here is the same across the board. +2/+1 or 3+1s to our abilities. Common and another language, about the size of a human, and you live for about 100 years. Okay, our Githzerai traits. You are a medium humanoid with a walking speed of 30 feet. No surprise there. It's a standard now. Okay. Buckle up, because we're gonna get a little wonky here. Githzerai psionics. You know the Mage Hand cantrip, and the hand is invisible when you cast the cantrip with this trait. Starting at 3rd level, you can cast the Shield spell with this trait. Starting at 5th level, you can also cast the Detect Thought spell with it. Once you cast Shield or Detect Thoughts with this trait, you can't cast the spell with it again until you finish a long rest. You can also cast either of these spells using any spell slot of the appropriate level. You can choose Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma, and these spells do not require components. All right, Detect Thoughts, great spell. Good spell. It's going to depend a lot on your game and your DM, I think, how often it's usable, what you're able to come up with. But good spell. But clearly what we're talking about here is Shield. Giving everybody who wants it Shield that you can also use with spell slots is fantastic. Anybody that can cast spells is going to love this. Even if you can't get spell slots on your character, still having a one-time use is good. It's good. That's where we were before, and it was good. But being able to get spell slots to cast Shield on a paladin, on a cleric, like these are just bonkers. You are gonna pop that AC up so far, so quickly, so easily. Oh geez, yikes. That's all I can say. Shield. All right, mental discipline. Your innate psychic defenses grant you advantage on saving throws you make to avoid or end the charmed and frightened conditions on yourself. Okay, so before we're like, I don't care about your attacks, and now we're like, we don't care about your status effects. Great. This is like the defensive monster. But one more, psychic resilience. You have resistance to psychic damage. Just get out of here. Like, come on, this is so cool. Psychic resistance, it's good. It's not the strongest resistance, but or most common, but it's still good to have. But we get a resistance, we get 2 advantage on 2 really common status effects. We get shield. Geez, like this is great. This is such a fun and powerful option, and I think it's classic because Githzerai have typically been the more castery type between the Githyanki and Githzerai from my understanding and my experience with tables. But now Githyanki, I feel here, are probably the subpar martial option compared to Githzerai. But ultimately, I think this is another really good example of how you can have a race that has really good abilities without being overpowered. Like that shield, I can't imagine how many character builds are going to be focused around getting shield on classes that normally don't have shield. I think we're going to see that a lot. But even with that, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's cool. I really like Githzerai here. This is a big win for me. What do you think? Am I overhyping it? I could be, but I don't think so. Let me know. Thank you. Like and subscribe. FryMinis.com. See you later.